Yes, it was. thank you for thank you for the heads up, Bob. Get hyped for some baseball. Carnage art. As I told El Master, Carnage art is going to be fun for number 1395. All right, so we got regular series. Always love a good playoff mode. Cut out the bullshit of a season. Um, who should I be? So this was 95. Because this game came out in 95. Late 95. So this would have been like the actual 95. Oh, this was 96. Huh. Really? I thought this was... Oh yeah, September 30, 96. Okay. Like, you know, actually, let's bounce to the... Well, first of all, let's start the timer. That would be helpful. Let's see how can I look. Will it tell me who the stats or something? No, it just gives us okay. So I gotta use my brain and try and remember. So let's just go to the rosters, because if I see who each team has, it'll be a lot easier for me to figure out whether or not we should play as them. No, what? I want to look at the rosters. Yeah, let's trade player, because I'm not actually trading player. I'm just trying to see. Cal Ripken, Palmero, Eddie Murray's pretty good. Mike Messina. The Orioles are not bad. Who's Chicago got? McCaskill. Okay, so they don't have any other really good pitchers from this era. Carkaway sucks. Yeah, this would be a bad team to pick. Who else would have been a good idea here? Let's see. Mike Moeller. Yeah, I don't like their pitching. I don't like their... I mean, other than Mark McGuire and... Really, that's it. How's LA? Hideo Nomo. I don't know. You know what? I'll just be Atlanta. They won the division for like 10 straight years. They're good. Regular series or one game series? I should do one game series, but I always do one game series. We'll do the regular. I'm gonna regret that, but so Braves, Cubs, Mets, Dodgers. So we got Grissom, Blauser, Chipper, Fred McGriff, Dave Justice, Klesko. Yeah, that seems fine. So this is the precursor to the show. Like, this is the very first Sony baseball game. And today, Sony is the only baseball game. I mean, there's bases loaded, but not really.
Welcome to Wrigley Field. Today's game looks to be a great matchup between the Atlanta Braves and the Chicago Cubs. This is Jerry Coleman with you.
It's going to be satisfying sending the Cubs home.
Steve Traxel. Up first, Marquise Grissom.
Okay, so contact, normal, power. Oh, we select the...
He let up on that one. Count 0-1.
Select our swing first. Okay.
Into the windup. Here it comes. It's a let up. The 0-2 count. Into the windup. It's on its way. He's hit it. A scratch single. Runner at first base.
Okay.
Now batting, Jeff Blauser. Here's the pitch. 0-1.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Reading where the pitch is going is going to be tough here. Like,
it's a hit.
Drawing a walk, I don't know, is going to be very possible.
Base hit. Runner on first and second. Now batting, Chipper Jones. Here's the windup. The pitch. Count 0-1.
Okay, I thought that was a little outside. Ooh, I was ready to crush that one.
Swings and misses for the out.
I thought I had that one, even though it was like a breaking pitch.
Fred McGriff. That one rolls foul.
Ooh.
Here's the pitch.
Come on, crime dog.
Here's the pitch. Foul ball.
Very early on that.
Pitcher gets a sign. It's a rocket shot. Off the wall. A runner scores. Safe at third.
Hey, real Dave.
RBI double. Runners on second and third. Now batting, David Justice. Here's the pitch. Hits a grounder to first. He throws to first.
I'll take it. Trade out for a run.
Runner in scoring position. Next up, Ryan Klesko. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. Here's the throw home. He scores.
That was... I don't know why you would have gone home with that. That was a force at first.
Now batting, Javi Lopez. There's a drive to right field. He makes the out. in the middle of the first inning.
All right, let's see how bad pitching is.
The Cubs, nothing. Up first is Ryan McRae. He's ready. It's a hit. He throws to first. Hey, safe
Oh.
at first. Base hit. Runner at first base. Now batting, Ryan Sandberg. Oh, 1-0. Here's the pitch. Bunted it. Dumps it over to second. He's nailed for an out. He's safe at first. Runner on first base. The next batter, Mark.
I mean, yeah, if they want to bunt.
Here's the pitch. 1-0.
Where did that miss? Was that low?
Here's the pitch. It's a hit. Throws to second. Safe at
So it
second.
seems like fielding is
Base hit.
automatic.
Runners at first and second. Up next, Sammy Sosa. He sets. He threw a slider. Count 0-1. The pitcher fired. He crunched that one.
Yeah, auto.
He's out. He's safe. Runners on first and second.
Auto fielding. Okay,
Now
that's
batting,
that's
Luis
probably good.
Gonzalez. The pitcher fires. Count 0-1. One ball, one strike. Here's the pitch. That was a slider. One ball, two strikes.
Yeah, no, the
He's ready.
PS2 is nice like that. Backwards compatibility always, saves you space. It's like my Xbox Series S can play all the way back to Xbox. So
The count's full.
how is that? Oh my god.
There's a hard shot to first. He's nailed for an out after the first inning. The Braves score first.
Well, I don't. I emulate, so I too have not seen a proper PS1 in quite some time.
0-1.
I'm using a PS5 controller.
Into the windup. Here it comes. 0-2.
It's like now that I have the lead, it's just kind of like, all right, can I just like?
It's a line drive to the shortstop.
Ooh, just found its way through.
A scratch single.
I was using a PS4 controller, but the right stick is all messed up and like gets stuck. Like so, like the input gets stuck.
He sets. One ball, no strikes. He sets. One ball, one strike. Here's the windup.
When I play PS2, it does.
One ball, two strikes.
Like with PCSX 2, I have it enabled, but with PS1 they don't exist. So.
He hits it. He throws to first.
Oh, I think Smoltz was safe. The fact that a pitcher almost beat that is kind of crazy.
Marquise Grissom. It's a breaking ball. 0-1.
Okay.
It's hooking.
No.
Here's the
PS1
windup. The pitch.
was just digital.
That one rolls foul. Here's the windup. The pitch. He smacked.
Like they did end up putting
He's out.
oh, why
Double play. It's the bottom of the
why did my guy run if it was an obvious fly ball? How was I supposed to keep him on the base?
Nothing.
I don't like that. I don't like how he sent my guy.
Up first, Scott Service. One ball, no strikes.
It is really hard to throw a
Here
curveball
it comes.
and a slider for strikes.
Routine fly. Routine play. Now batting, Dave Magadan. He sets. 1-0.
Be a lot better if you would stop taking
Takes a sign.
pitches.
Breaking ball.
Yes,
1-1.
swing like this.
He's ready. Fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here it comes. High fly, center field. He's nailed for an out. Now batting, Felix Fermin. He sets. Count 0-1. Here's the pitch. It's hooking. Foul. Here it comes. That one rolls.
Oh, are you sure it's foul? That's one I'll give him.
Swings and misses.
Hey, we got a strikeout.
The side retired in order. And here we go to the top of the third. The Braves lead. Up first, he's 1 for 1. Jeff Blauser. Oh, 1-0.
Okay, I'm starting to figure out what the game considers a ball, which is very helpful.
It's a curveball.
That looked inside. I think that was inside game.
It's a line drive to the shortstop. He makes
Oh!
the bases are cleared. The next batter, Chipper Jones. Into the windup. Here it comes. Fastball. 0-1.
Block you.
Heading for the wall. A deep
Oh,
drive to center
go,
field.
go.
This one rolls to the wall. Throws to second. Safe at second. He belted that one for a double. Runner on second. Now batting, Fred McGriff.
All right, if I can save between each game, then we should be fine.
That one rolls foul.
It's controlling pretty well.
Here's the windup. The pitch. There's a high fly to left field. Routine play. Runner on second. Up next, David Justice. Here's the pitch. It's a line drive to the shortstop.
Yeah, I don't have enough time to get to home.
Base hit. Runners at the corner. Now hitting. He's 1 for 1. Ryan Klesko. Foul ball.
All right. Yeah, no, reading these pitches isn't too bad. As long as the pitching, as long as the pitching doesn't get to be like a complete shit show, like we should be okay.
Here's the windup. The pitch. Swung on and missed.
I knew that was
In
outside
the
too.
middle of the third, the Braves lead. Up first is Steve Traxel. Count 0-1. Ground ball. Out. He's out.
I could have just tossed it to him, but
Up first
whatever.
is
He's a
Ryan
pitcher.
McRae.
I was like, he's not gonna make it to the first base bag.
Here's the pitch. 1-0.
Where did that miss? Was that low?
1 ball, 1 strike. It's a hit. He throws to first. He makes the play. Now batting, Ryan Sandberg.
It's nice not having to worry about the fielding. Bases loaded 96 allowed you to turn the option on for auto fielding. I would hope that that's an option in this
Here's the
one,
pitch.
and that it's just defaulting
1-1.
to auto.
Here it comes. It's hooking, hooking. Foul. Here it comes. Swung on and missed. As we go now to the top of the 4th inning, the Braves lead.
And it seems like mixing up the location is enough to bait them into swinging. So
Up
with
first,
Schmaltz,
he's 0 for 1 in today's game.
Glavin,
Javi Lopez.
and Maddox, we should be fine.
Fingered fastball. Count.
Like that's
0-1.
that's a 3-pack of pitchers that like
Into the windup.
I don't think we're gonna
On the
lose
play.
with.
0-2. There's a deep drive to left field. He makes
Aw.
the play. Now batting, Mark Lemke.
That's a nice attempt, Javi.
Here's the windup, the pitch. It's a hit. Base hit. Runner on first base. Now
I
batting.
mean, I just really have to play station to station.
Here's the pitch. Hits a grounder to first. He's next to run out.
He almost made
Runner on
it.
second.
That's the second time Smoltz moved a base runner over and still almost made it to the bag.
Here's the windup. The pitch. Ground ball. He's out. The side retired in order. Now to the bottom of the 4th. Atlanta Braves 3. The Cubs nothing. Up first is Mark Grace. Strike. 0-1. He's ready. It's a hit. He throws to first. He makes the out. Now batting, Sammy Sosa.
I just have to remember that, like,
1-0.
they aren't able to catch the ball if it goes over the wall, so avoid giving up home runs.
Here's the pitch. 2 balls, no strikes. It's hooking, hooking.
Yeah, Sammy is not someone I want to
Foul.
just throw fat curveballs to.
Here it comes. Here's the slider. 2-2. He's ready. Called strike. He's out of there.
I thought that was high.
Now batting. Luis Gonzalez.
But I'll take it. Why are like half the Cubs wearing Astros hats?
1 ball, no strikes.
They must have just had like a big trade right before the game was made.
He's out. The side retired in order. After 4 innings, Atlanta Braves 3. The Cubs nothing. Up first, Jeff Blauser. He's 1 for 2. Here's the windup. The pitch. Line drive to left field.
Well done, Blauser.
Base hit. Runner on first base. Now batting. Chipper Jones.
Oh,
0-1.
I was like, I just missed that.
Here's the windup. The pitch. It's hooking. Foul.
You got Sammy Sosa, I got Chipper Jones.
Here's the pitch. Blooper to left. He makes the play. Safe at first. Runner at first base.
I don't like how the game auto runs your guys, so you have to make sure to get them back on fly balls, but
Here's the pitch. Popped up. He's out. Safe at first. Runner at first base. Now hitting. David Justice. He's 1 for 1. It's hooking.
oh, he crushed that.
Foul. He's ready. He takes it deep. A 2-run blast to left.
I like that home run camera. Like that's kind of slick for this era. Like this game was one of the first baseball games out, so like to already be like, hey, let's have a cool camera for home runs.
It's hooking. Foul. Here's the windup. The pitch. 0-2. The pitcher sets. Here's the pitch. Line drive. Base hit. Runner on first base. Now batting. Javi Lopez. It's a hit.
Is it?
Throw to first base.
I mean, it moved the runner,
In the 5th inning,
but
Atlanta Braves.
it didn't because that was an out.
Cubs nothing. Up first, Scott Service. He's 0 for 1 in today's game. A rocket shot. Throw to first base. Safe at first. A scratch single. Runner at first base. Now batting. Dave Magadan.
I do wish it would get to the selection screen quicker.
1-0.
Like having to wait for the name of the player
The pitcher
kind of
fired.
sucks.
2 balls, no strikes.
Like let me just skip ahead.
Here's the pitch. Bunted it. Dumps it over to second. He's nailed for an out. Safe at first.
So that's the second time they've gone for a bunt to move over the runner.
He's 0 for 1 in today's
And our
game.
catcher has been able to...
For Amin.
I mean, it's Javi Lopez. Like, what are you doing? Like, it's not like I have a bum of a catcher back there.
A solid shot. The throw to second. Out. He's nailed for an out.
He was screwed because it could have been a fly ball out. So
Now batting.
he
Steve
kind of had to
Francisco.
hold up in the middle there.
Here's the pitch. 0 and 1. That one rolls foul.
Not quite.
The count 1 and 2. He's ready. A foul.
Are you sure? Probably could have gotten there.
The pitcher fired. Popped it straight up. He throws to third.
Ugh.
Runners on first and second.
How'd the
Now
pitcher get a hit off of me?
Ryan McRae. Curveball. 0 and 1. It's a deep drive to right field.
Well,
This one rolls to the wall. He scores. The throw home. He makes the play. After 5 innings of play, the Braves add 2 runs.
I instinctually hit R1 to throw to the cutoff man, and I think it did that.
Up first,
Or
is
L1, and that's just because I play the show. I was like, oh, the show it's L1 to throw to the cutoff. I wonder if that was always the case.
into the windup.
And it
It's on
was.
its way. A slicing line drive to right field. A scratch single. Runner on first base.
All right, John, you can do this. I'm gonna go with a normal swing for you because I keep going contact and it's like coming out as like a
Here's
bunt.
the windup. The pitch. Line drive. The throw to second. Safe at second. Safe at first. Runner on first and second. Now hitting. Marquise Grissom. He's 1 for 3. Here's the windup. The pitch. Count. 0 and
Yeah,
1.
I don't have to swing at everything.
Foul. Here's the pitch. He pops that one. It's a base hit. Bases loaded.
That was risky because if he caught that, we were gonna get a triple
He's
play.
2 for 3.
That was probably not my smartest move.
Here's the pitch. 0 and 1.
Chipper's after this, right?
Here's the pitch. Foul. Hits a grounder to first. He scores.
Wow.
He gets the ribby.
Couldn't even
Bases
get
are
the
loaded.
runner at
Next
first.
batter, Chipper Jones.
Apparently, we're getting a new pitcher.
On the mound for the Chicago Cubs, Terry Adams. Pitcher gets a sign. Ground ball. He scores.
No, I mean that pitching change was totally.
RBI single. Bases are loaded. Now batting, Fred McGriff. It's hooking.
Yeah, nice try, Crime Dog.
Foul. Here's the windup. The the pitch. There's a hard shot.
There we
to
go.
left field. Runner scores off the wall. It's the second runner scoring. He throws to third. Another runner scores. It's an
With a
RBI
triple.
double. Runner on third.
Crime Dog
Next,
crushing it
he's
with a
2 for
triple.
2. David Justice. There it goes, a deep drive to the outfield. It's off the wall. He scores. He gets the ribby.
I wasn't sure about that. I was like, is that going to be a catch?
Now batting, Ryan Klesko.
It could have gone either way.
Here's the windup. The pitch.
And what's great is if I wreck their team today, the rest of their pitchers are gonna, they're gonna have to go through all their pitchers,
Line drive. He makes the out.
so they're not gonna have them for.
The bases are clear.
I wasn't paying attention to my base runner.
Bobby Lopez.
That's what happened there.
Into the windup. Here it comes. He crunched that one. He's out. After the top of the 6th inning, the Braves lead. Up first, Ryan Sandberg. He's over
All right.
2.
We have a pretty comfortable lead. Smoltz has still got plenty of stamina.
He hits it. He throws to first. He's nailed for an out. The bases are clear. Now batting, Mark Grace. Here it comes. 0-1. Oh, 1-1. It's a line drive to the shortstop. He's nailed for an out. Next up, he's 0 for 2. Sammy Sosa.
Like, even if Sammy hits solo blasts the rest of the way, it's like whatever.
Breaking ball. 0-1.
They're like, oh no, we won 11-5, whatever.
Line drive. He makes the play. That was a terrible inning for the Cubs. After 6 innings,
Telling it how like it is.
add 6 runs. Up first, he's 3 for 3. Mark Lemke. Into the windup, here's the pitch. He hits it. He's got it, throw to first. He makes the play. The bases are clear. The next batter, John Smoltz. Inside. Count 1-0. It's a hit.
Hopefully the other games go a little quicker than this. Oh, come on, he made it.
The bases are clear.
Like I'm bitching about how long the game is going and then I want another base runner.
Marquise Grissom. Into the windup. It's on its way. Fastball. 0-1.
Should have let that go.
The 0-2 count. A rocket shot. He's nailed for an out. After 7.5 innings, Atlanta Braves 11. The Cubs 1.
I mean, Smoltz still has plenty of energy.
Up first is Luis Gonzalez.
Like, I'm watching it. Like, as soon as his stamina meter starts to dip, I'll
Low and inside.
I'll
Count
consider
1 ball,
replacing
no
him,
strikes.
but
Ready? Curveball. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's out. The next batter, Scott Service.
Like that.
Count 0-1. Ready? 1 ball, 1 strike. Here it comes. Count 2-1.
I threw that. That was a curveball down the middle, and it was outside. What the hell?
He's a 3-1.
That was just a slider. What the hell?
Split-fingered fastball. The count 3-2. There it goes, a deep drive to the outfield. It's off the wall. A base hit. Runner on first base. Now batting, Dave Magadan.
Well, I didn't like that. That was nice.
The pitcher fires. That one rolls foul. Here's the pitch. 1-1.
It's like you can't get a strike with breaking balls if they don't get swung on. That's ridiculous.
Here's the pitch. Low and inside. The count 2-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Next up, he's 0 for 2. Felix Fermin. Here's the pitch. Count 0-1. One ball, 1 strike.
So the question is, will we see the Mets or the
Here's
Dodgers?
the pitch. He makes the out. As we go to the top of the 8th inning, the Braves lead.
Does anyone on my team not have an RBI?
He's 3 for 4. Jeff Blauser. Into the windup. Here it comes. 1-0. Fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's like Terry Adams isn't doing any, much better than
Into the windup.
their starter
It's on its
was.
way. A foul. It's a hit. He throws to first. He's nailed for an out. The
Yeah, that was a
bases
close
are
play.
cleared. Now batting, Chipper Jones. Here's the pitch. Long high fly to right.
Like how he got 1 out and his ERA dropped by like 1.5 runs.
out. The bases are cleared. Now batting, Fred McGriff.
Yeah, now it's down to a 6.75. Before it was like at a
Here's the
9.
pitch. Way outside. Count 1-0. Here's the pitch. It's hooking. Foul.
Went pretty far, 345. Not
Into the
insignificant.
windup. It's on its way. It's hooking. Foul.
I could have just straightened that out a little.
Into the windup. Here's the pitch. Man, he knocked the seams off the ball. It's off the wall. He belted that one for a double. A runner on second. The next batter, David Justice.
Yeah, Justice is killing it for us.
He's ready. He's hit it. Throws to second. Runner scores. He's nailed for an out after 8.5 innings.
Counted.
The Braves
I'll take it. Insurance run, right? And it gets the inning over. So, like, basically accomplishes two things at once.
Here's the pitch. Split-fingered fastball. Count 0-1. Ground ball. He throws to first. He makes the play. The bases are clear. Up first is Ryan McRae.
The fielding controls are really easy in this. Like, obviously it's on auto field to catch the ball, but like throwing to the bases, running. Again, it could be because I'm used to MLB The Show, which, you know, this game did start. This is the lineage, but
Swung on and missed. Now hitting, Ryan Sandberg. This guy is 0 for 3 in today's game. He's ready. Line drive. Throw to first. He makes the play. This could be the ball game as we go to the ninth.
yay.
The Braves add 1 run. Up first is Ryan Klesko. Here's the pitch. Foul ball. Into the windup. It's on its way. A foul
Come
ball.
on, Klesko. Put it in the field of play.
Into the windup. Here it comes. Line drive. Throw to first. Safe at first. Base hit. Runner at first base. Now batting. Javi Lopez. Count 0-1. One ball, one strike.
Gotta get it closer to the plate than that.
A slicing line drive to right field. He scored! An RBI triple. Runner in scoring position. Now batting, Mark Lemke. That one rolls foul.
Yeah. I mean, I don't need to score anymore.
He's set. It's an infield hit. He scores! Hey! Safe at first. RBI single. Runner on first base. Now batting, John.
Oh, I should pinch hit for him. No.
He's hit it. He's nailed for an out.
That's fine.
Double play. Now batting, Marquise Grissom. Into the windup. Here it comes. Ball is hit. Base hit. Runner on first base. Now hitting.
Does the stamina ever go down?
He's 3 for 5.
It's like, I feel like I've been wrecking these guys and their stamina is
Here's the pitch. A foul.
untouched.
Here's the pitch. Foul. Here's the windup. The pitch. Up the middle. Throw to first.
Ah, you almost had him. Almost got me.
Runners at first and second. Now batting, Chipper Jones. Here's the windup. The pitch. It's hooking.
I mean, this is a massacre. 14-1 right now.
Foul. Strike. 0-2.
12.2 ERA. Jesus Christ.
It's a deep drive to right field.
Oh, that's not gonna get any better.
A runner scores. The throw to the plate. It's the second runner scoring. An RBI triple. Runner on third. Now batting, Fred
Can I
McGriff.
force them to remove the pitcher? He's got a 17 ERA.
It's an infield hit. He scores. RBI single. Runner first base.
Oh
Now
man.
batting, David Justice.
19.6. There we go.
On the mound for the Chicago Cubs, Larry Kasian. He hits it.
I'm fine with like roughing up all their pitchers.
Base hit. Runners at first and second. Now hitting, Ryan Klesko. He's 3 for 5. He sets. Count 0-1. Here's the pitch. There it goes, a deep drive to the outfield. He makes the out in the
Yeah.
middle of the ninth. The Braves.
5 runs in the ninth. Okay.
The Cubs. 1.
I mean, they have their best part of their lineup, so they might be able to start a comeback.
Up first is Mark Grace. Hits a grounder to first. He's nailed, run out. The bases are clear. Now batting, Sammy
One up,
Sosa.
one down. You guys trying to get home too?
1-0.
Bullshit.
He's out. Now batting, Luis Gonzalez. Here's the pitch. Foul ball. He's ready. 0-2.
Hey, Cedric. How's it going?
One ball, 2 strikes. He sets. A swing and a miss.
And that's game.
Braves win.
Yeah, I'm doing well. We just roughed up the Cubs, so definitely doing well. Yes, please. All right, and then in the other side we got the Athletics, Royals, Orioles, and Twins. Okay, so we're not gonna have to play the Yankees. If we get to the World Series, no Yankees. Of these teams, probably the Orioles or Athletics would scare me because of Kirby Puckett and Mark McGwire, but why not? Hopefully we can replicate what I did last time. And it wasn't just a fluke.
A beautiful day at Wrigley Field. Today's game looks to be a great matchup between the Atlanta Braves and the Chicago Cubs. Hi, I'm Jerry Coleman with the play-by-play. On the mound for the Chicago Cubs, Jim Bullinger. Up first, Marquise Grissom. Oh, 1-0.
Ooh, the wind is blowing in a nasty direction today, so I don't know if I'm going to get any home runs.
Foul. The pitcher sets. Here's the pitch. Foul ball. A swing and a miss. Now batting.
I very much thought I had that.
The pitcher sets. Here's the pitch. Took a little off. Count 0-1.
I don't agree. That was outside.
Here it comes. Foul.
Bollinger seems intent on
Here it comes.
avenging yesterday's terrible performance.
Foul. He pops that one.
If it got behind him, I would have been able to go to 2.
Runner at
But
first base. Next up, Chipper Jones. Long high fly to right field. He's out. Runner at first base. Now batting.
didn't miss it by much. That's the wind. Like, if the wind wasn't 12 miles an hour blowing in, that's a home run.
Here's the windup. The pitch.
And
He's out. In the middle of the first inning, the Braves, nothing. The Cubs, nothing. Up first, Brian McRae. One ball,
Okay, so
no
he has
strikes.
different pitches. Like, they're in different button positions, which is weird.
He sets. There's a high fly to left field. The throw to second.
Thought he was going to get there.
Base hit. Runner on first base. Up next, Ryan Sandberg. He sets. Infield hit. Throws to second. He makes the
Oh,
play. He's safe at first. Runner
I
at
don't
first
think
base.
so.
Now batting, Mark Grace. Hits a grounder to first. Throw to first. Out. He's nailed. Run out. Runner on second.
That was
The
close.
next batter, Sammy Sosa. He's ready. A foul. Here it comes. Foul.
That should have been caught in the air. What the hell?
He's ready. It's hooking. Hooking. Foul. A slicing line drive to right field. Base hit. Runners at the corner.
Bullshit.
The next batter, Luis Gonzalez. It's hooking. Hooking. Foul. One ball, one strike. There's a high fly to left field.
There we go.
He makes the play. At the end of the first inning, the game remains scoreless.
That was a dicey inning. Let's not have any more of those.
Up first is David Justice. The pitcher sets. Here's the pitch. 0-1. It's hooking. Hooking.
Oh,
Foul.
getting decent swings here, but my timing's just off.
High fly, center field. It's off the wall.
Just missed it.
Runner on second.
Again, that wind
Next
is
up,
keeping things in the
Ryan
park.
Klesko. He's ready. He pops that one. This one rolls to the wall. He scores.
Okay, I was like, did I make a mistake sending him to
RBI
third?
Triple. Runner on third. Now batting, Javi Lopez. Up the middle. The runner scores. He gets the ribby. Runner at first base.
All right,
Now batting.
I like that. We can get off the 0.
Fastball right down Broadway. Count 0-1. It's a line drive to the shortstop. Throws to second. Safe at second. He's safe at first. Base hit. Runner on first and second. Up next, Steve Avery. He throws to third. He's nailed. Run out. He slides. Safe at second.
Triangle apparently is steel.
Here's the pitch. Hits a grounder to first. He throws to first.
Wasn't trying to, but okay.
Runner in scoring position. Next up, Marquise Grissom. He's 0 for 1 in today's game. We got a high fly heading for center field. A runner scores. He gets the ribby. Runner at first base.
God, Blauser,
Next
man.
batter, Jeff Blauser.
Mr. Consistency over here.
It's a hit. Base hit. Runners on first and second. Now batting, Chipper Jones. Ground ball. The throw to second. He's nailed for an out. It's the bottom
Not
of the
ideal,
second.
but hey, we got 3
Atlanta
runs.
Braves
I'm not gonna complain.
The Cubs. Nothing. Up first, Scott Service. It's hooking, hooking. Foul. Here it comes. Low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's weird. Like, you literally cannot throw
He takes a
breaking
strike.
balls for strikes.
There it goes, a deep drive to the outfield. Out. Routine play. Now batting, Dave Magadan. Count 0-1.
Right down the middle. Not sure why I didn't offer it that.
Sets. Way outside.
Yeah, that was pretty
Count,
far
1-1.
outside.
Here's the pitch. 2-1.
Can I ever get a ball in there?
Deep drive to center field. Out. He makes the play. Up next, Felix Fermin. Ground ball. Throws to second.
I was hoping third base would get there.
Base hit. Runner on first base. The next batter, Jim Bullinger. He sets right down the line. Out. He's nailed for an out. That was an incredible inning for the pitcher. And here we go to the top of the third. The Braves score first.
571, 833, 571.
Up first,
Those are crazy
he's
stats
0
for
1 in
this
today's
being game 2.
Fred McGriff. Into the windup, here's the pitch. It's a line drive to the shortstop. Base hit. Runner at first base. The next batter, David Justice. An infield hit.
That's fine. Station to station works.
Base hit. Runner on first and second. Now batting, Ryan Klesko. Line drive to left field. Base hit. Bases are loaded. The next batter, Javi Lopez.
You guys gonna change your pitcher soon?
Here's the windup. The pitch. It's hooking, hooking. Foul.
I think they stuck with Traxel until
Ball is hit. Out. He makes the
the
out.
5th inning.
Out. Double play. Runner on first and second. Up next.
I didn't realize I was in the air. Otherwise, I would have kept everyone back.
It's hooking, hooking. Foul. Here's the windup. The pitch. Line drive. Dumps it over to second. He scores. RBI single.
Yeah, if I can get
Runners
extra
on
runs,
first
I'm
and
gonna
third.
push him across.
Now batting, Steve Avery. Here's the pitch. He hits it. The throw to the plate.
Damn.
He scores. Runners on first
Little
and second.
short chopper.
Now
I love
batting,
it.
Marquise Grissom. Here's the pitch. A foul ball.
Oh, yeah, that was way too inside. I don't know what I was thinking there.
He's ready. center field. Out. He's out. In the middle of the third, Atlanta Braves 5. The Cubs.
That's fine.
Nothing.
I got the lead now, so as long as I just make sure to score every time they score, we're good.
Up first, he's 1 for 1. Ryan McRae.
Then we'll have one game at Turner Field we'll have to win.
0-1. Here's the pitch. It's hooking. Foul. Here's the pitch. Low and inside. 1-2.
Why didn't you swing at that, man?
A swing and a miss. Now batting, Ryan Sandberg.
It's weird they don't have a picture of Ryan Sandberg. He is one of the more well-known Cubs from this era.
1 ball, no strikes. He's ready. A rocket shot. The throw to second.
You didn't catch that in the air?
That's in there for a base hit. Runner at first base.
Okay.
Next up, Mark Grace.
Don't believe it, but
The
sure.
pitcher fires. Strike. Count 0-1. Here's the pitch. It's a hit. Out. He's nailed for an out. Safe at first. Runner at first base. Next up, Sammy Sosa. He's 1 for 1.
Well done, Sammy. You're like the only one who can seem to get a hit here.
Here's the pitch. Split-fingered fastball. 0-2.
Spoke too soon?
Here's the pitch. Low and inside. 1-2. He's ready. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitcher fired. Ground ball. Out. He's out.
There we go.
At the end of the third, the Braves add 2 runs.
These games would be going quicker if I wasn't like hitting at like 66%. Jesus Christ.
It's hooking. Foul. It's hooking. Foul. Into the windup. It's on its way. Swung on.
Yeah, that's fine.
Now batting, Chipper Jones.
Like, eventually we need the innings to just kind of go.
Strike. 0-1.
Like, I guess I don't need to be adding runs every
Into the
inning.
windup. It's on its way. Strike. The 0-2 count. Into the windup. It's on its way. Heading for the wall. A deep drive to center field. Out. Routine.
Ah.
Now batting, Fred McGriff.
The wind is killing me in this game. I feel like we would have a couple out of the park if it wasn't for the wind.
Foul. That one rolls foul. There goes a deep drive to right field. Off the wall. He throws to third. Safe.
You're not getting crime, dog.
He belts that one for a triple. Runner on third. Next up, David Justice. He's 2 for 2. There goes a deep drive to the outfield. He scores. It's off the wall. It's an RBI double. Runner on second. Now batting, Ryan Klesko. Here's the windup. The pitch. Line drive. He makes the out.
Oh, it was 3 outs, or 2 outs already, so. Hey, 3, 2, 1. I like that. Now, if we can just pitch good, that should be all I need to get to the end.
0-1. He hits it. Throw to first base. He's out.
Whew, that was close.
Bases are clear. Now
Seems
batting.
like ties go to the
Got service.
fielder in this.
It's hooking. Foul. Here it comes. Ground ball. Throw to first. He makes the out. The bases are clear.
That was just like
Now
a
hitting.
fastball down the middle. I don't know how he missed it. Oh, I guess no. If I just hit X, that was probably a changeup down the middle.
Ready?
That would make more sense.
Count 1-0. Here's the pitch. It's a changeup. 1-1. Fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Up the middle. He's out. That was an incredible inning for the pitcher. After 4 innings,
Cool.
the Braves add 1 run. Up first is Javi Lopez. Line shot to the second baseman. He's out.
You know, a couple quick innings actually probably would help.
Clear. Now batting.
Every time I met bat, I like managed to get 2 or 3 hits, and it's just like, all right, let's stretch the game out.
That one rolls foul. Into the windup. Here's the pitch. Line drive. Base
And I'm
hit.
not
Runner
gonna
first
get
base.
hits.
Now batting, Steve
That'd be
Avery.
absurd. Oh, Terry Adams in his 19.6 ERA.
On the mound for the Chicago Cubs, Terry Adams.
Do you guys really think this is a good idea?
Ready? There's a drive to right field.
Like in the previous game,
Runners on first and
19.6 ERA.
second. Now batting, Marquise Grissom. It hugs the first baseline. He makes the out. Safe. Runners at the corner. The next batter, Jeff Blauser. Pitcher gets a sign. That one rolls foul.
Why'd they reset his ERA? Why you just show it for 1 appearance, not his playoff?
He's ready. A swing and a miss.
Yeah, that was
Go to the
half-hearted.
Bottom of the 5th inning. The Braves lead. Up first, he's 1 for 1. Felix Fermin. Here it comes. He hits it. He's got it. Throw to first. He makes the out. Now batting, Terry Adams.
Why wouldn't they have just waited until they were at bat?
Line drive. He robs them of a hit. The bases are clear. Now batting, Ryan McRae. Here it comes. Up the middle. He's out. After 5 innings.
Yeah, like that.
The Braves.
I need more innings like that.
The Cubs. Nothing. Up first, Chipper Jones. This guy is 0 for 3 in today's game.
Come on, Chipper. Like, how are you doing worse than everyone else on the team, not a pitcher?
Count 1-0. One ball, one strike.
Probably should let that go.
Into the windup. It's on its way. Up the middle.
Okay, at least you got on base. Help the average.
Base hit. Runner at first base. Now batting, Fred McGriff. Here's the windup. The pitch. There's a deep drive to left field. He makes the play. Runner at first base. The next batter.
Jeez.
David Justice.
He's kind of killing it.
Line drive. Throw it to second.
Well, not there.
He's nailed for an out. Safe at first. Runner at first base. Now hitting. He's 2 for 3. Ryan Klesko. Up the middle.
That's much better.
It's a base hit. Runner on first and second. Now batting, Javi Lopez. He's ready. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. It's hooking. Foul. Here's the windup. The pitch. That ball's got.
Oh, damn.
A 3-run dinger.
I love the home run camera. Like, it feels so satisfying when it just shifts to the behind the ball.
Now batting, Mark Lemke. Into the windup. It's on its way. Count 0-1. Here's the pitch. There it goes. A deep drive to the outfield. Routine play. After the top of the 6th inning, the Braves 9. The Cubs nothing.
Seemed about right.
Up first, he's 1 for 2. Ryan Sandberg. He's ready. High fly, center field. It hits the wall.
Man, that was a really
A base
long
hit.
single.
Runner at first base. Now hitting, Mark Grace. He's 0 for 1 in today's game. Long high fly to left field. He's out.
Might have to
Runner at first
replace
base.
Avery here soon.
Next batter, Sammy Sosa. Split-fingered fastball. 0-1. Here's the pitch. There it goes, a deep drive to the outfield. It's off the wall.
2 deep
Base
drives.
hit. Runners on first
But
and
it was
second.
like 2 of their
Now
best
batting,
hitters, so
Luis
I'm not gonna freak
Gonzalez.
out quite yet.
0-1. He sets. Fastball. 0-2. Here's the pitch. Out. He's out. Safe at second. Runners at first and second. Now hitting. Scott Servais.
I'll take that.
He's 0 for 2. Here it comes. There goes a deep drive to right field. Off the wall. He scores. It's an RBI. Runners on first.
Can we
and
get
third.
out of this inning, or do I have to bring in someone right
Dave
now?
Magadan. Here's the pitch. There's a deep drive to left field.
I have to bring in someone right
He
now.
scores.
Shit.
Off the wall. Not in time. It's an RBI double. Runner on second and third. Next up, Felix Fermin. He's 1 for 2.
Let's go with Wohlers. Hey, Kyle, Jane Jesus, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, everyone. How was your stream? What were you up to today? Perfect timing. I'm switching pitchers, so. Jank Quest, nice. Was Narc the only thing you messed with today? Welcome in, everyone. If you don't know me, I'm Chazzy. I'm going through every game on the PS1. I was doing it before, and Twitch decided to nuke all VODs, or their capability to host VODs, so we're restarting.
The pitcher fired.
Wrath of the Black Manta,
Routine
nice.
fly. The throw home. Runner scores. It's an RBI. Runners at the corner. Next batter,
Exactly, Hallian.
Gary Adams. He's ready. It's a changeup. 0-1.
I have not. I don't dabble too much in the Japanese games unless they have, you know,
Throws to second.
English.
He's nailed for an out. After 6 innings.
A lot of those sports games
the
don't get
Braves
translations.
add 3 runs.
I grew up in Chicago, but I lived in LA for a very long time. So from childhood, I'm a White Sox fan.
Up first
You know,
is
as an adult, I'm a
Mark
Dodgers
Wohlers.
fan. So I kind of get it both ways. I like the worst team in baseball and the best team in baseball.
The pitcher sets. Here.
Well, that's what his one brother said. I have plenty of Cubs fans, Cubs friends who would definitely dispute it, but
Into the
yeah,
windup. It's on
I'm
its way.
gonna choose to believe that we have a president and a pope,
He throws
because
over.
Obama was a
He's nailed
White
for
Sox
an out.
fan over Cubs.
Up first is Marquise Grissom.
Oh yeah, no, when he starts pitching, I'm gonna be so excited.
Here's the pitch. Routine fly. Base hit. Runner on first base. Now hitting.
Oh, okay.
Clouser.
Well, hey, if he was at the World Series, then I'm not gonna question it.
He's ready. Ground
My only
ball.
playoff baseball game was for the White Sox. I went to the 2010 game against the Rays, the one they won.
For a base hit.
And then I had all my friends like, you should go to the game in Tampa. I was like, are you gonna fly me out there for it? Like, I'll be the White Sox good luck charm, but I'm not paying for a trip to Tampa.
Line drive to center field. Dumps it over to second. The throw to third. The runner scores. He makes the out. Runner
Ooh.
first base. Now hitting.
That's rough.
Fred McGriff. He's 2 for 4.
Yeah, Dodgers games are easy to get to. Well, not easy. Like, it's not like we have public. But the buses do go to Dodger Stadium. So, like, there's a shuttle that'll get you there if you don't want to drive.
Base hit. Runner on first and second. The next
But
batter.
now a bunch of my friends have season tickets, so it's just like they have a parking pass. So, you know, I just go with them.
There it goes, a deep drive to the outfield. It hits the wall. A runner scores. He's out. 7th inning stretch. The Braves, 11.
Yeah, exactly.
3.
Last game I went to, I saw in July, I went to a game where they played the Giants. I'm no longer living in LA, but I drove in and...
Count, 0-1.
Yes. So this was released in September 30th, 1996.
Here it comes. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ready? It's hooking.
I tried to look at the rosters to see like who we could play as, and like I couldn't really find anything, and navigating the rosters wasn't as quick as I wanted. So I just said, screw it, we'll play as the Braves.
Right down the line.
Wikipedia is usually wrong when it comes to that stuff. I cross-reference on my dates. And whatever has the more, like whatever shows up more is the one that I go with. Like video game release dates were not the most well documented back then, because certain retailers would get them some days, others would get them weeks later.
He takes a sign. Count, 1 ball, no strikes.
So as long as it gives you a general idea of what came out when. If you guys want to, I guess I should have popped that up when you guys came in. If you want to see progress, and there's a tab. Oh, also, yeah, if you guys have been here before, I do have a redemption for the viewers' choice list. If you guys want to suggest PS1 games, I will add them. I use that list as a kind of a check-in. I'm not like spinning a wheel or anything with the list. It's just kind of like a list I will refer to when I'm like, I don't know what game I want to play. But yeah, that way there's still some element of the viewers choosing the games we are playing here. Because with the VOD situation, I decided, at least for the time being, I'm just choosing what we're playing.
He makes the out. The bases are clear. Now hitting. He's 2 for 4. Javi Lopez.
Awesome, Allian. Thank you. I'll get all those added after the stream.
There's a deep drive to left field. He's nailed for an out.
I think the original Jet Moto was like the last game I played, like one of the last games we were playing on the regular challenge before I had to like restart it.
Here's the pitch.
Because that,
Heading for the wall.
what I'm going to consider beating Jet Moto is beating the circuit with all the races unlocked, which requires you to beat the game 3 freaking times and increase the difficulty every time. So the first Jet Moto is a pain in the ass to beat. As is like the first Cool Borders, like all the first like early Sony games are kind of a bastard like that.
First is Sammy Sosa.
2 is fun though. I had to like 2 is great.
Here's the pitch. Count 1-0.
And then Championship, I think, is Championship Edition that just gives you all of Jet Moto 1's tracks.
Here it comes.
So you get Jet Moto 2, but also Jet Moto 1, basically.
He hits it. Throws to second.
Yeah, the original Gran Turismo.
Single. Runner on first base. Next up.
I never played Yu-Gi-Oh, so that is one of those games that scares the shit out of me. I'm like, I really don't want to have to do the Yu-Gi-Oh game. That means I have to learn how to play Yu-Gi-Oh. It's not like I don't know how to play trading card games. I just never bothered to learn the Yu-Gi-Oh. Like if there was a Magic the Gathering or a Pokemon card game, I'd be like, yeah, we're kicking ass.
He's ready. 0-2.
But no, I gotta learn about Exodia. Yeah, it's a Japanese only game, but it does have an RA set. I've been meaning to mess with it. That's another funny thing is I just beat Need for Speed, the Need for Speed, and that set just dropped on RA today. So I got one achievement from playing it for the challenge.
A solid shot. Throw to first. Out.
Which so like my page looks funny because I just have the last race beat. It's like, yeah, no, I skipped all the other races. Screw it. Even though you need to beat all of them to unlock this one. But since all the muscle memory and like the speeds that I have to take each of the corners at is still, you know, in my head, I'm probably just gonna grind that out off stream.
8 full innings. The Braves 11. The Cubs 3.
Yeah. I think I might just wait for another PS1 challenger to get to Yu-Gi-Oh, and then I'll just like watch them and play it and be like, okay, I'm kind of learning by watching someone else play it. Like that might be how I do it.
Deep drive to the outfield.
So Kellyanne, Elmasta, PS1 DAX.
Up first is
If someone takes on Yu-Gi-Oh, I will probably be lurking like mad.
Here's the windup. The pitch. He pops that one. He's nailed for an out. Up
So
next,
this is the first round. We only have to win 3 games. This is game 2.
Blauser.
So after this, we got to win 1 in Atlanta, and we will be on to the championship series.
Into the windup. Here's the pitch. Line shot to the second baseman. He robs up.
Come on.
In the middle of the night. Atlanta Braves 11. The Cubs 3.
I've never actually played Black Manta. How is that? Like, I know Narc. The arcade version of Narc is cool. The NES version of Narc is... It exists.
He sets.
Yeah, this is the first round. So, this game has a playoff mode, so I just jumped into playoff mode. Didn't have to do a season.
It's an infield hit. Throw to first. He makes the out. Next up, Terry Adams.
But then, yeah, after this round, we have to win 4. On the plus side, the Yankees are not in the AL bracket, so we won't have to beat the Yankees at any point.
He's ready. Fastball. 1 ball, 1
Okay.
strike. Here it comes. An infield hit.
Yeah, there are just like so many
He makes the
NES games that like I thought I knew the NES library. I do not.
Ryan McRae.
The Indy 500? Nah. I used to be a big race watcher, mostly NASCAR, but
Split-fingered
like my first
fastball.
sim racing game was
Out,
NASCAR
0-1.
Racing 2. Sierra, baby. Which is funny because Sierra actually made the first NASCAR game for PS1.
Here it comes.
And then EA got the
Going
license.
inside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah. I'm quickly discovering how bottomless the PS1 is, even just limiting it to
Foul ball.
good old US of A games.
He's ready. The count, 2-2.
Yeah. Like, I spent so much time just messing with the liveries. I just like create a bunch of different combinations with the sponsors and stuff. It was like Photoshop before Photoshop. Obviously just contained in the game, but
He's ready. There's a hard shot to first. Out. He makes the play. The Braves win.
ah, okay. Yeah, like I was like way like I have the Monopoly NASCAR edition. Like I was way into NASCAR as a kid. And now I look back and I'm like, what was I thinking? What was I dropped on my head? Like, should I be mad at my parents here? Not that if you like NASCAR, you've been dropped on. Just like for me, like knowing my personality, I was like, that just doesn't mesh with what I know about myself. So, oh yeah, the PS1 Monopoly is pretty sweet. You get to mess with the like. I like the PS1 Monopoly because they have a lot of the house rules that you can mess with. I'm like halfway done with that set on RA. I need to go back. I mean, I got to do it for this challenge again. Every game, all 260, I got to do again. It's fine. Yeah, I feel like 3 of these series are very close and seem like they're good games. In fact, all of the series are 1-1 except ours. And then you have 17-1, 11-3. Yikes. Well, I feel like I feel like I have a kinship with the Braves because of the Dodgers. You know, the Braves won the division like every year in the 90s, and the Dodgers did it in the 10s, and both teams came away with like 1 World Series. Dodgers now 2, but still. Like yeah, the Braves will have the record for the most straight years winning the division at like 13. They won 1 World
It's
Series.
a beautiful day at Atlanta
94,
Fulton County
I
Stadium.
believe.
Today's game, a great matchup
Maybe
between the
93.
Chicago Cubs and the Atlanta Braves.
95.
Terry
There we
Coleman
go.
with you. On the mound for the Atlanta
Okay, so the
Braves,
96 was the Marlins.
Tom Glavine.
97.
Up first, Ryan McRae.
I'm bad with my 90s years. Like all that time just kind of gets blurred together.
He sets. He threw a slider. Count. 0-1.
Okay, 96 was the year they lost in the so they were there, but they just lost. That makes sense.
One ball, two
And
strikes.
did they play the Twins in both years? That the Twins were there?
Sets. A swing
I know they had the ridiculous 9-10 inning game in like game 7 or whatever. Pitcher showdown.
Count. 0-1.
And weren't the Reds randomly good in the early 90s too?
He sets. That one rolls foul.
All I remember is that like the White Sox were on the track to go to the World Series in '94 before the strike, and then the strike happened. And it was like, oh well, they suck now.
1-2. He's ready. An infield hit. Out. He makes the play. Now batting.
Yeah.
Grace.
It's the greatest World Series we never got. White Sox versus Expos. Pedro Martinez, Vlad, Frank Thomas, Jack McDowell. Would have been a fantastic series.
Here it comes. Count 0-1. Oh, 1 ball, 1 strike. He's ready. Took a little off.
Hey, I finally got a strike with a off-speed pitch. Feels like every off-speed pitch is like automatically a ball.
An infield hit. Throw to first. He makes the out. The side retired in order. Entering the bottom of the first. No score on this one. The game remains scoreless.
Twins, Braves, Blue Jays, Braves, Blue Jays, Phillies, strike.
Up first, Marquise
Okay.
Grissom.
Yeah, I remember the Subway Series. I always forget the Padres made the World Series. Like, you could give me like 20 guesses and I would always leave them off a list of teams that made the World Series in the 90s.
He crunched that one.
Like, I only,
Run out.
as a White Sox fan, I remember that the
bases are clear.
Indians lost twice
Next batter, Jeff Blauser.
because it's funny. It's like, you were the only team to lose to the Braves and you managed to lose to a wild card team.
He smacked. He's nailed for an out.
Damn.
Next up, Chipper Jones. There it goes, a deep drive to the outfield. This one rolls to the wall.
All right, at least I got, you know, we got a hit in the first inning. Get the vibes going.
Fred McGriff.
Well, they do that every time. The Marlins are like the most ridiculous franchise in all of sports. It's like they get hot one year, win the title, and then they just sell everything and do the same thing, 10 years later. Like, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to be able to get away with that stuff.
Runners on first and third.
And yet,
Next up, David Justice.
there they do it.
Pitcher gets a sign. It's hooking. Foul. Here's the windup. The pitch. It's an infield hit. He scores.
It's like, yeah, why are you not sending the runner? We need runs.
Second. Up next, Ryan Klesko. Line drive to left field.
Okay, I'm glad I stopped because I don't think I would have been thrown out at third.
Now
I
batting.
don't know how to only send one guy. I know how to send all of them.
Here's the windup. The pitch. Count 0-1.
That was a good pitch.
Heading for the wall, a deep drive to center field. The runner scores. It's off the wall. The second runner scores. Another runner scores.
There we go. All right, now I can breathe easy. We got our lead. I can now try and get these innings to just coast by.
Mark Lemke. He robs them of a hit. After the first inning, Atlanta Braves. 4,
Okay, so it's Fulton County Stadium.
Nothing.
They hadn't built Turner Stadium yet. Okay. Turner Field does not exist in this world.
Up first, Sammy Sosa. He sets. 1 ball, no strikes.
Oh, is that why we're here? Okay.
Fastball.
That makes
1-1.
sense.
He's ready. 1-2.
And I imagine the Braves probably didn't use Turner Field for the 96 season because it was being used for the Olympics.
He's ready. The count.
Unless they had a really weird block of scheduling where they just like took. Yeah.
Swings and misses for the out. Now batting, Luis Gonzalez. It's a rocket shot.
Ah.
Throw to first.
Couldn't get there quicker.
Safe at first. Base hit. Runner on first base. Now batting, Scott Service. Long high fly to right field.
No. Well,
Off
actually,
the wall. Dumps it over to second.
get there.
He's safe.
Damn it.
He belted that one for a double. Runner on second and third.
So they even with
Dave Magadan.
being in a different stadium, they had to go on a road trip. Which, you know, as a fan of LA teams, I am all too familiar with.
A foul.
Grammys road trip every year. For a while they were doing they had a road trip because of Barnum and Bailey's Circus too.
He's nailed, run out. He scores. Runner on third. Now hitting.
Like every year in December, like the circus would come to Staples Center, so they'd have to like clear out for 2 weeks.
Popped it straight up. He's out. It's the bottom of the second. Atlanta Braves 4. The Cubs 1.
Love the organ music.
Up first is Tom Glavine.
A good organist can make a baseball game so much fun.
Count 0-1.
Well, good. Playoff hockey takes precedence over everything.
Foul. Here's the pitch. That one rolls foul.
So this is my puck of water from the Stanley Cup ice when they won in 2012, which I got because I commented on a Facebook posting that my favorite Kings moment was being at that game.
Routine play.
Spent a month rent on that fucking ticket.
Marquise Grissom.
So when I say playoff hockey is the best, I put my money where my mouth
Into the
is.
windup, it's on its way. Fastball. Count 0-1.
2012 was a crazy year.
He pops that one. He makes the play. Now batting, Jeff Blauser.
I went to a bunch of Admirals games when I was in school in Milwaukee.
Into the windup.
Like, I've always believed if you take somebody to a live hockey game, they'll become a fan. Like, bar none. Like, nothing better
The
to
Cubs
experience
come
than
up
live
with
hockey.
1 run.
The sickos who know enough about hockey to follow it on TV they can enjoy it on TV.
Up first is
But if you're not a fan,
Castillo.
being there live is the way to do it.
Here's the pitch. Split-fingered fastball. 0-1.
Aw. I have a Bolts jersey. I got it at like Value City.
Popped it
I'm not like a
straight up.
Bolts fan. It's just like
Routine
it
play.
was like a cheap jersey.
Up first,
But I did have my parents send it out to me to taunt my buddy, who's a Blackhawks fan, when they were in the Stanley Cup together.
line drive.
I can support them for the East. You know, I like we're in Orlando.
Now batting.
I feel like Tampa is kind of like the matching hockey team to Orlando's basketball team. I know Tampa and Orlando are not the same city, but
Split-fingered fastball. Count
they
0-1.
both rock blue, black, and silver. So yeah, Dwight Howard was awesome. I was a Shaq fan, so I grew up as a Shaq fan. Shaq went to LA. I started liking the Lakers, but I still had the Magic in my heart. Yeah, VC. I was a huge T-Mac fan. Like, my two favorite players were Kobe and T-Mac.
It's a rocket shot. The throw to second. A base hit. Runner on first base. Now batting. Mark Grace.
My aunt lives in Florida, and she got free tickets for buying a microwave or a stove or something. So my uncle ended up taking me to an Orlando Magic game in Miami.
That one
So I've
rolls
seen
well.
Orlando play in like 3 different cities. I've seen them in Chicago, Milwaukee, and Miami, but never in Orlando or LA.
Fastball. The 0-2 count.
Yeah, no worries.
It's a line drive to the shortstop. He's nailed for an out. The side retired in order. In the middle of the third, the Braves 4, the Cubs 1. Up first, he's 1 for 1. Chipper Jones.
Yeah, he smoked it down the line last time.
Line drive. He's got it. Throw to first.
That was a bad pitch to swing on. It was inside. You can't usually do anything with those.
Fred McGriff. Foul ball. Here's the windup. The pitch. That's a hit.
Okay, I thought the third baseman might actually go after it. Thank you for not doing that.
Runner at first base. Now batting. David Justice. Oh, low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
It is very difficult to pick up on what's a ball and strike in this game, but
1 ball, 1 strike.
I'm getting better at it.
There it goes, a deep drive to the outfield. Off the wall. He scores. An RBI triple. Runner in scoring position. Now hitting. Ryan Klesko. He's 1 for
Yeah, David Justice is just unbelievable right now. He has become the Cubs' worst nightmare.
It's an infield hit. The runner scores. He gets the ribby. Runner at first base. Now batting. Javi Lopez. He's ready. Count 0-1. He's ready. Hits a grounder to first.
Ooh, nice.
It's a base hit.
Found just the right spot to put it.
The next batter, Mark Lemke. Here's the
That is a very unfortunate team photo.
He's out. Runner on first and second. Now batting, Tom Glavine. Line drive. He throws to first.
Oh wow, Glavine.
Bases loaded. Up next, Mark.
I'm not sure how he managed that, but okay.
He's over two. A rocket shot. He scored. He makes
Oh,
at the end of the third, the Braves lead.
thought I could get another run in there. Okay, that's what I get for being greedy.
Up first, he's 0 for 1 in today's game. Sammy Sosa. He sets. Deep, long drive to left field.
Oh hey, he's
It hits the wall.
pulling the chipper.
Safe at second. Double. A runner on second. The next
Sammy's been
batter,
killing me.
Luis Gonzalez. The pitcher fired. Count 1-0. It's hooking. Foul. He's ready. There's a hard shot to first. He's out. Double play. Now batting. Scott
That's how we
Service.
do.
Fastball. Count 0-1. Here it comes. He pops that one. Nice diving catch. The side retired in order. In the fourth inning, the Braves lead. Up first, he's 0 for 2. Jeff Blauser. Into the windup. Here it comes. Ground ball.
I'll take it.
First base. He's safe at first. Base hit. Runner on first base. Next up, he's 1 for 2.
All right, can Chipper or Sammy actually put it out of the stadium?
He's ready. There it goes. A deep drive to the
Nah, it's too
outfield.
high.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's out.
Oh no.
He slides, safe at second. Double play. Now batting. Fred McGriff.
I don't know what just happened there.
Into the windup. Here it comes. That one rolls foul. Here's the pitch. Fastball. The 0-2 count.
But also, that's kind of fine. I don't really.
Down the third baseline. He throws to first. Not in time. It's a base hit. Runner at first base. Now batting. David Justice.
Oh, it's time for them to switch out pitchers. It is the fourth inning. Okay, so Terry Adams in the first game did terrible. Second game, slightly better.
On the mound for the Chicago Cubs.
He's
Terry
given us
Adams.
17 hits.
Long high fly to right field. Off the wall. The runner scores. An RBI triple. Runner on third. Now batting, Ryan Klesko.
I really shouldn't beat up on the other teams like this.
A foul.
But the game plays very well. Like if you enjoy like older baseball games, this one is playing great. You know, I still play MLB The Show a lot, and like it feels familiar even if it's like 30 years old.
It's a line drive to the shortstop. The throw home. Runner scores.
If you threw to first, that would have negated the run.
Up next, Javi Lopez.
Okay.
He's 2 for 2. Pitcher gets a sign. Line drive. It's a base hit. Runner on first and second. The next batter, Mark Lemke. Pitcher gets a sign. Line drive.
Oh.
He robs him of a hit. After 4 innings of play, the Braves lead.
Hey, every inning has had a score in it. I haven't necessarily scored in every inning, but there has been a score.
Up first, Dave Magadan. Fastball. Count 0-1. He takes a sign. Routine fly. Throws to second.
Guess it's not so routine
Base hit.
because he didn't get there.
First base. Now batting. Felix Fermin. The pitcher fired. Count 1 ball, no strikes. A line drive.
Oh, okay.
Dumps it
Well,
over
we're
to
still gonna
second.
get the out there.
He's out. Runner at first base. Now batting, Terry Adams.
Can I bait a double play ball?
Count 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. The throw to second. He makes the out. He's safe. Runner at first base. Now batting.
Well, I mean, that's what I wanted.
Ryan McRae.
Nope, it's the VODs. How's it going, Cat?
Low and inside. 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, Twitch deciding that they didn't want to host VODs anymore was
Line
kind
drive.
of rough,
He makes the
especially
out.
since I
The
don't
side
have,
retired in order.
I didn't have a
In the
huge,
5th inning,
if I had like a 200 gigabyte hard drive, like if I had a giant hard drive that I could just pull all of those VODs to, it would have been fine, but I didn't.
up first.
So I kind of had to
Tom
just
Glavine.
trash them, otherwise I would going to basically be unable to use my channel the way I want to use it.
Line
So,
drive. Throw to first. He's out.
unfortunately, my personality has always been the type to just like start fresh. You know, like if I was like almost done with an essay and if I didn't like something about it, I didn't just rewrite it. I didn't like edit it to be different. I started fresh.
Here's the pitch.
It's just like, all right, we'll start from the beginning again.
0-1.
Like if I'm playing a video game and something goes wrong, like I'm very quick to just be like, screw it, I'll just start a new save file.
He hits it.
So
He's got it. Throw to first. He's nailed. Run out.
I don't mind.
Jeff
The
Blauser.
260, they got beat. They'll get beat again.
That one rolls foul.
They're still there on the list, you know. The playthrough and the time is still, you know, documented, so
It's an infield hit.
it's not like that stuff didn't happen, but you know, as part of the challenge, I wanted to have a full, you know, archive,
Atlanta Braves.
which I should be getting up on YouTube this week.
1.
I'm hopeful to get the VODs cut. Oh yeah, for sure.
Up first is Ryan Sandberg.
But then, I mean, there were also some games I wanted to go back to and redo for a variety of reasons.
Throw to first. He makes the play.
So I decided to look at it as an opportunity instead of a really bad business decision, which it was. But you know what? That's not my judgment to make.
0-1.
Because I had all my... I had like every list. Man, I had so many VODs.
Here it comes.
Yeah, I think I had to trash like 2,000 hours of VODs. Not trash all of them. Like, all my Dreamcast videos got moved.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
So when I do pick up the Dreamcast, we will still be on Soul Fighter. It's not like I'm gonna redo that. Primarily because I would have planned to do it chronologically again, and I don't want to play through those games in the same exact order.
He's got it. Throw to first. Safe at first. Base hit. Runner on first base. Now batting. Sammy Sosa. Split-fingered fastball. 0-1. Oh, 1-1.
Is it even possible to throw a slider for a strike?
He sets. Infield hit. Throw to first. He's safe at first. Base hit. Runners at first and second.
So I gotta start thinking about
Now
replacing my
batting.
pitcher.
Luis Gonzalez.
We are
The
getting
pitcher
to the
fires.
6th.
Count 0-1. A slicing line drive to right field. He's nailed for an out. Not in time. Runners on first and third. Now batting.
Yeah, I think I can get out of this.
Service. Fastball.
It's kind of like if I give up a run, I'll pull him. If I don't, he'll be fine for the next inning.
He's ready. It's a line drive to the shortstop. Throw to first. Out. He's nailed for an out in the middle of the 6th inning. The Braves lead.
But yeah, PS1 is definitely a
Up
great
first
console,
is
top to
Chipper
bottom.
Jones.
There's a lot of jank on it, but what console
Into
doesn't
the
have
windup.
jank?
It's on its way. There it goes. A deep drive to the outfield. Off the wall. He nailed that one for a triple. Runner in scoring position. Now batting.
We like sports and we don't care who knows.
Here's the windup. The pitch. There it goes. A deep drive to the outfield. Out. He's nailed for an out.
Probably could have gotten
Runner in scoring
a run on
position.
that if I had like
Now
stayed on
batting.
third base.
David Justice. He's ready. Count 0-1.
I disagree, game.
There it goes. A deep drive to the outfield. Runner scores. This one rolls to the wall. Here's the throw home. He's out.
He was almost safe, okay? I thought I'd go for it.
Ryan Klesko.
Why not? Inside park home run.
Foul ball.
We're up by 9. Like, it's not like I'm putting the game in jeopardy.
Split-fingered fastball. The 0-2 count. A solid shot. He throws to first. Safe at first. It's a base hit. Runner on first base. Now hitting. Javi Lopez. He's 3 for 3.
Our team has just been destroying the Cubs here. This is... We really should move on to Los Angeles or New York. I will feel less bad.
Ready? It's hooking, hooking. Foul. Here's the pitch. Man, he knocked the seams off the ball. Out. He's out. After 6
That's
innings,
fine.
the Braves.
Okay, we're at the bottom of the order, so I think I'm going to let my pitcher go until he gets in trouble again. Whether that's the 7th, 8th, or 9th.
Up first, Dave Magadan. He's 1 for 1. Count 1-0. Here it comes.
Like, I'm not throwing these
Line drive.
breaking balls anywhere, like, crazy. I'm, like, putting them in the middle of the
bases
plate.
are clear. Now batting, Felix Fermin. He's ready. Out. He makes the play. The bases are clear. Now batting, Terry Adams.
I will take more quick innings like this.
Ground ball. Throw to first. He's
Sure,
out.
that worked.
After 7.5 innings, the Braves 10, the Cubs 1. Up first is Mark Lemke. Into the windup, here's the pitch. Infield hit. Throw to first.
We're still getting the
Base
hits.
hit. Runner on
Like, I'm not
first
trying
base.
to.
Now batting,
Swinging.
Tom Glavine. It's a line drive to the shortstop. Throw to first. Out. He makes the play. A
He
runner
almost
on
got
second.
there.
Now batting, Marquise Grissom. Here's the pitch. A slicing line drive to right field.
Ooh.
Dumps it over to second. Throw home. The runner
Hell yeah.
scores. RBI single.
Right down the line. I love to see that.
Now batting, Jeff Blauser. It's hooking, hooking. Foul.
The stadium really looks like the Sky Dome.
Here's the pitch. Foul.
Like, I'm definitely getting Toronto vibes from it.
It's an infield hit. Base hit. Runner on first and second. The next batter, Chipper Jones. Here's the windup. The pitch. It's a line drive to the shortstop. Throws to second. The throw to third. He scores. He makes
I don't
the
know why
play.
they threw to second.
Runner on first base. Now batting, Fred McGriff.
I will gladly trade a run for it out.
Pitcher gets a sign. There goes a deep drive to right field. He's nailed for an out. As we go to the top of the 8th inning, the Braves lead.
Seven hits is like the most we've given up so far to the Cubs.
Up first, this guy is 0 for 3 in today's game. Ryan McRae. Fastball. 0-1. Here it comes. There it goes. A deep drive to the outfield.
Get there. He's not going to.
It hits the wall. Throws to second. Safe at second.
All right, I'm just going to replace the pitcher. He's clearly
A runner on second.
in need.
Up next, Ryan Sandberg. He's 1 for 3.
let's go with Pedro Bourbon.
On the mound for the Atlanta Braves, Pedro Bourbon.
Because, like, I know Glavin
Bunted it.
or Maddox is going to be our game
Runner on third.
one starter
Next up,
for the
he's
next
1 for
series, I'm
3.
sure.
Mark Grace. High fly, straightaway center field. Out. Routine play. Runner in scoring position. Now batting. Sammy Sosa. He pops that one. Out. Routine play. After 8.5 innings, Atlanta Braves 12. The Cubs 1.
All right, one more inning to go.
Up first is David Justice. It's a line drive to the shortstop.
Ooh, just past him. Nice.
A base hit. Runner at first base. The next batter.
4 for 4.
Ryan
Jesus.
Klesko. Here's the pitch. A rocket shot. Off the wall. Runner scores.
As much as I'd love to send Klesko, I don't think he's got the speed to make it an insider.
Javi Lopez. That one rolls foul.
Ooh, he almost got the out.
He's ready. Up the middle. Out. He's nailed for an out. Runner in scoring position. Now batting. Mark Lemke.
Ah,
0-1. He's ready. Up the middle.
that's fine.
The runner scores. Safe at first. RBI single. Runner at first base. The next batter, Pedro Bourbon. He's ready.
How's it going, Jallers?
Second. Throw to first base. Safe at first.
He's definitely hitting his weight for us. That's for sure.
That one rolls foul.
Somehow Chipper is like our worst hitter.
It's a hit.
And that's just because I think I keep going for the power swing with him.
Play.
Yeah.
Double play.
Double up on
After
us.
8 full innings, the Braves lead.
All right, well, their playoff hopes are down to these
Luis
3 outs.
Gonzalez. He's 1 for 3.
It's, you know, for being from 1996, it is a very competent baseball game.
Here it comes. It's hooking. Foul. Right down the line.
Like, the reason I wanted to play it is because it's like the first game in Sony's lineage.
1 for 3. Got service.
So this is the game that will eventually become the show, but like it actually plays, you know, kind of similar for, you know, if you think about it. If the show was made in '96, that would be it. How's it going, Super Retro Polygons?
Dave Magadan.
Welcome in.
He's ready. Deep drive.
And there's
center
game.
field. Out. He's out. The Braves win.
If it wasn't for all of the offense that I put together, those games would have gone a lot quicker. Guess I could probably stop trying to score at 10 runs. That should be more than enough to coast on. Division Series champions. Woo! Braves, Dodgers. Ooh. Orioles, Athletics. Those were the two teams I was like, they might be a little tough. Oh, yeah. I wish I could keep to a better schedule. I always mean to like try and stream in like the afternoons, but then like sometimes like I can't get my head wrapped around it until like night. Like earlier I was playing Need for Speed and then I felt sick, so we were like, all right, we'll table that, and then I beat it in like 30 minutes when we started up today here at midnight. And so I was like, oh, let's go with some baseball. And here we are.
It's a beautiful day at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium.
Okay, so we have the home field. It's not gonna matter because it'll probably restart if we lose. So we'll just end up playing the first 4 games. Unless we like are close and then lose in the 9th, I'd probably hold on to that. I'd be like, all right, whatever. Yeah, Maddox is starting for this game.
Blooper to left. He makes the out. Next up, Brett Butler.
So then, my question is, does the game use a 5-man rotation or a 4-man rotation?
Count 0-1.
Because back in the 90s, it wasn't necessarily standard to have a 5-man.
Routine play. Next up, Mike Piazza. Here it comes. That one rolls foul. Here it comes. Count 1-1.
That one I screwed up because I thought
Here's the pitch.
he was other-handed.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
So I thought it was going to break to the inside.
There's a deep drive to left field. He makes the out.
Deep drive, still an out.
Retired in order. Entering the bottom of the first. The game is scoreless. Up first, Marquise Grissom. Into the windup. It's on its way. Up the middle.
Well, I'll take that, you know.
Base hit. Runner on first
Outrun
base.
a in-field single.
Jeff Blauser. Line drive. He
Ooh.
rubs above a hit. Safe at first.
I thought that was going to drop.
First base. Next up, Chipper Jones.
Silly shortstop. You gave me hope.
Here's the pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. It's a line drive to the shortstop. Throws to second. Not in time. Base hit. Runners on first and second. Next up.
Not the most optimal hit, but, you know, they didn't get an out on it, so can't complain.
It's a line drive to the shortstop. He makes the play.
Like there, you know.
Not in time. Runners at first and second.
Lead runner thrown out.
Now batting.
Not ideal.
Justice. Foul ball.
Felt good about that one. Thought we were gonna crush it.
Here's the windup. The pitch. He pops out.
Nope, just a pop up.
He makes the inning. After the first inning. No score on this one. The game remains scoreless. Up first, Eric Karras. He's ready. Foul ball.
I probably shouldn't just be pitching to contact at this point because we don't have any points on the board, but
Ready? Ball strike. He's out of there. Now batting, Raul Mondesi.
just flinging fastballs feels like
Split-fingered fastball. 0-1.
well, if the game has achievements, then, you know, I'm collecting them along the way. But that is not a primary focus. For example, we beat the Need for Speed today. That set just dropped today. I got one achievement in it, and it's the last one.
Ready?
Because that was all I had left to do in the game, was the last track.
Dumps it over to second.
So I'll probably grind that out on my own time. But yeah, if a PS1 game has retro achievements, then as we go along with it, you know, I do attempt to collect them.
Long high fly to right
Get
field.
there. No.
Off the wall. Double. On second and third. The next batter, Greg Gagne. A line drive to left field.
I feel like if instead of running to the base, he ran to the ball, we would be fine.
Runners at the corner. Now hitting. Hideo Nomo. 1-0. There's a hard shot to first. The throw home. Safe at home.
Yeah, I should have.
Score.
Why did I go home? I could have just gone to first, and then it's an out, and then we.
Delino DeShields.
What was I thinking? I wasn't.
Here's the
That's the
pitch.
problem.
That one rolls foul. Line drive to left field. Off the wall. A runner score.
Are you international
RBI double.
to
Runner
the
on
U.S.
second and
then?
third. Now batting, Brett Butler.
Or is it just not a game you've
One
bothered to
ball,
pay
no strikes.
attention to?
He's ready. It's an infield hit.
Oh, come on.
He's got it. Throw to first.
Norwegian,
A runner
okay.
score.
Yeah, they
Safe
don't.
at first.
Norway's not a
RBI
big
single.
baseball
Runners
country,
on first and third. The
nor
next
is UK.
batter, Mike Piazza. Here it comes. A rocket shot. Off the wall.
Yeah, okay.
He scores.
Well, whoops. What happened? I don't. Oh no! My foot hit it. I don't know. So the Dodgers are not going to go down as easily as the Cubs. That would also explain why you haven't caught me live time zone wise. I feel like we are kind of on the very opposite ends. Because it is like 3 a.m. right here. I should probably get to bed soon. Ugh. Alright, well, let's give this one more go. I like the faint crowd noise in the background for some reason. Like, not menu music, just like faint crowd. Okay. Okay, so Jason Schmidt is our next one. Why is Maddox here? Well, my loading skills are not as good as who was it? Namco. I don't got mini games in my loading screens.
It's a beautiful day at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. We got a great game today, a great matchup between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Atlanta Braves.
Yes, we do.
Coleman with you. On the mound for the Atlanta Braves, Greg Maddox. Up first is Delino DeShields.
All right. So, Greg, how about we not suck this time?
Line shot to the second baseman.
Oh no. There's no order.
Now batting.
The first time around I started it chronologically and then I changed how we were doing it. This time around I'm just picking games that I kind of think might be interesting. So we started with Tornado because that was the first game that was put on our subscriber wheel and it never came up. So I was like, you know what? It's been almost 4 years. It's about time I play Tornado. So that's why we started with it. Need for Speed, there's just a ton of them on PS1, so I was like, yeah, might as well knock out like a prereq. And then I just like the idea of checking out all the Sony sports games off the bat. Yeah, so that's why we got Pennant Race and then Shootout, Game Day, and Face Off coming up. And then Loaded. Loaded has been a game that I've been like, man, I really want to like somehow get that to the front, and I haven't been able to, justify it. But now I'm just picking games. So, like initially, I'm gonna try and pick games that I haven't already played, so not part of the 260. I'm not necessarily going to be like, oh no, I already played it, I'm not doing that again, because like Face Off and Game Day, we've played those, but I'm playing them again. But yeah, I am trying to stick to the earlier part of the library, and I have a breakdown of all the genres, so I'm trying to go like evenly. So like there should be a racing game every 1 in 8 games, basically. Every 4 games there should be an action game. Yeah, so I've been pulling all my VODs. They're in a folder that I just gotta process them, edit and get them up on YouTube. That'll probably happen this week.
Base hit. Runner at first base. Now batting. Chipper Jones.
No, especially with, you know, because now I got 2 games that are complete.
He sets.
Not it's just like, oh, I got one game that I'm gonna be putting up there. No. I've also been pushing the wrestling stuff. So Wednesday when we do, hopefully we do some TEW.
Here's the windup.
That'll be the third the third one that I did. So I'll drop the YouTube channel in the Discord when I do eventually get this stuff up there.
Fred McGriff.
And the link will probably be somewhere on the info page.
Change up. Count 0-1. He's out. He's safe. Runners at the corner.
I had runners at the corners last time too.
David Justice. Pitcher gets a sign. It hugs the first baseline.
How? I feel like that was a good pitch to swing on. What was wrong with it?
The game remains scoreless. Up first, Eric Karras. He's ready. Hits a grounder to first. Out. He's nailed for an out. The bases are clear. Up next, Raul Mondesi.
All right, let's see if Maddox can just cook here and make things nice and easy for
He
us.
let up on that one. 0-1. It's hooking.
That's not what I said.
Foul. A swing and a miss. Now batting, Mike Blauer. Here it comes. Count 0-1.
Yeah, slow fastball. That's how I like it.
Ground ball. He's got it. Throw to first.
Hey, second base. Why didn't you dive?
Base hit.
He really should have dove for that.
Now batting.
Might have been able to get it.
Chad Curtis. Here's the pitch. Man, he knocked the seams off the ball.
I need to just stop throwing, like grooving it down the center.
He scores.
That was
It's
close.
an RBI double. Runner on second. Now batting, Greg Gagne. Here's the pitch. It hugs the first baseline.
All right.
He's nailed for an out. In the middle of the second inning.
I don't love giving up a run, but
One. Atlanta
still
Braves.
a lot of game to play.
Nothing. Up first, Ryan
What system
Westbrook.
is it? Are you going through the PS1 as well, or? I mean, I guess it really depends on like what
The
sports
pitcher
you're comfortable
sets.
with.
Here's the pitch.
I think when it comes to sports
There goes
games,
a
just
deep
being
drive to
familiar
the
with the
outfield.
sport goes a long way.
Off the wall. The throw to third. Safe at third.
So like the FIFA
There's a
games would
triple.
probably be a good
Runner in
start.
scoring position. The next batter, Javi Lopez.
Well, soccer's a pretty simple sport too, so FIFA probably. Any of the hockey games, because like the arcade rules for hockey are pretty. NBA Live actually, the NBA Live games play very arcadey,
Play.
so like not knowing the rules isn't a big
Runner on
deal.
third. Now batting, Mark Lemke. He's ready. It's hooking. Foul. Here's the windup. The pitch. Line drive to left field.
Ah, Jesus.
Routine play. The throw to third. Safe at third. Runner in scoring position. Next up,
Oh, cool.
Greg Maddox.
I absolutely need to drive in this guy from third, and Maddox is up.
He's ready. A solid shot. The throw home. The runner scores.
I know I mocked him, but somehow that worked.
Now batting. Marquise Grissom.
Yeah, which is actually, I started liking sports games a lot more in the PS2 era
It's a line drive
because they were more simulation. Like Dreamcast. I should say Dreamcast because NFL 2K was like the first one that I was like, yes.
He's 1 for 1.
Although NBA 2K, like, it took a while for basketball games to get the simulation stuff down.
It's hooking. Foul. He sets. Took something off of it. 0-2. A dribbler.
Oh.
Throw to first.
Hey, I'll take it.
Base hit.
It wasn't pretty, but
The next batter, Chipper Jones. There it goes, a deep drive to the outfield. The Braves get the lead by 1. It's off the wall. The second runner scores. He makes the play. And here we go to the top of the third. The Dodgers come up.
that's fine. I'll take my 3.
Up first is Ismael Valdez. Fastball. 0-1. He's ready. Right down the line.
Pop it up. Love it.
He's nailed for an out. The bases are cleared. Up first, Delino DeShields. He's 0 for 1 in today's game. He pops that one.
Okay, you should be able to get there.
He's out. Now hitting. He's 0 for 1 in today's game. Brett Butler. He's ready. Fastball. Count.
I don't think it's actually the shadow. It's just like the area that they need to stand in to catch. That happens to be the same, color as a shadow.
Throw to first. Safe at first. A scratch single. Runner at first base. Now batting. Mike Piazza.
Oh, it's getting hot in here.
The pitcher fired. Right down the line. He makes the play. The side retired in order. In the middle of the third, Atlanta Braves 3. The Dodgers 1. Up first is Fred McGriff. The pitcher sets. Here's the pitch. It's hooking. Foul.
Is anyone going to hit a home run in this stadium?
The 0-2 count.
Probably the opponent.
Foul ball. Here's the pitch. Low and inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Into the windup. Here's the pitch. Ground ball.
Nice. Find the hole.
Base hit. Runner at first base. Now hitting. He's 0 for 1 in today's game. David Justice.
Come on, David.
Here's the pitch.
That's not what we needed.
Runner at first base. Now batting, Ryan Klesko.
I mean, I guess as long as I keep them off the scoreboard, we don't need any more, but...
He's out.
I couldn't get pushed, couldn't have gone a little further,
Next up,
further fall.
Bobby Lopez.
Couldn't find its way into the crowd.
He sets. He crunched that one. Routine play. After 3 full innings of play, the Braves 3, Los Angeles Dodgers 1.
Yeah, it's a close game.
Up first is Eric Karras. He's ready. A rocket shot. He's out.
Okay.
The bases are clear. Up next, Raul Mondesi. He's 0 for 1 in today's game.
Like, I would throw more breaking balls, but, like, if they don't swing at them, then they're, like, automatically balls, and I don't want to be, like, loading a count.
The bases are clear.
So that's why I'm just going with the fastball most of the time. Seems like the only pitch I have any actual control over.
Count 1-0. One ball, one strike. Ready? Fastball. 1 and 2. Ready? 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That wasn't a...
It's hooking. Foul.
Yeah.
He sets. Long, high fly to left field. He's nailed for an out. The side retired in order. In the 4th inning.
Maybe it is a shadow, because it does shrink.
Los Angeles Dodgers 1.
I guess you could see it either way.
Up first, Mark Lemke. Here's the pitch. A foul. The pitcher sets. Here's the pitch. Long, high fly to left field. He's out. The bases are clear. Next up,
Yeah.
Greg Maddux.
Some immersive kind of design.
Into the windup, here's the pitch. Line drive. He makes the out.
Why they gotta jump like that?
Marquise Grissom. He's 1 for 2. Into the windup, it's on its way. High fly, center field. He makes the out after 4 full innings. The Braves lead. Up first is
All right.
Chad Curtis.
This is the guy that blew up my spot last time.
Line drive. Throw to first. He makes the out. The bases are clear. Now batting, Greg
If you hit it hard enough, like, I'll still get you out. That's...
Count 0-1.
I like how I throw it low there, strike, but when I throw it, like, out low outside, they're like, no.
He's nailed for an out. Now batting, Ismael Valdez. Fastball. Count 0-1. He sets. That's a hit.
Why didn't the shortstop go for it?
Throw to first.
I feel like he
He's
could
safe
have
at
like
first.
backtracked to get that.
Runner at first base. The next batter.
That did not
The
need
line
to
of
be a
the
hit.
field. Here's the pitch. Count 0-1. Here's the pitch. It's a hit. Throw to first. Out. He makes the out. The side retired in order. Let's go to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Braves lead. Up first, he's 2 for 2. Jeff Blauser. Here's the pitch. We got a high fly heading for center field. Out. He's out.
Damn it. Alright, so we have 3 wins.
Now batting.
We need 8
Chipper
more.
Jones. One ball, no strikes. Foul.
That looked good until it didn't.
Into the windup. Here it comes. It's hooking, hooking. Foul. Foul.
A little late on that one.
Here's the pitch. A rocket shot.
There we go.
It's off the wall. He nailed that one for a triple.
Always good to get someone on third.
The next batter.
Because like then a grounder could get someone home.
He sets. One ball, no strikes. Pitcher gets a sign. It's hooking, hooking. Foul.
Oh, I thought he was going to catch that.
One and two.
I don't know why I swung with that.
That one rolls foul. He sets. 2 and 2. Here's the pitch. A slicing line drive to right field. Runner scores.
I'll take it.
He gets the ribby. Runner at first base. Now batting. David Justice.
So the fourth and the fifth were where the Cubs had to change out their pitchers each time.
He's safe at first. Runner at first base. The next batter, Ryan Klesko. Here's the pitch. It's a rocket shot. He's nailed, run out. After 5
That was a good
minutes of
hit.
play,
I mean, that was a good swing.
Braves lead.
It just went to where there was someone already standing there. Gotta hit it to where people ain't.
Up first, Brett Butler. He's 1 for 2. It's an infield hit. He's got it. Throw to first. He's nailed. Run out. The bases are cleared. Now batting, Mike Piazza. He's ready. Line drive. Throw to first. He makes the play. Up next, Eric Karras. He's 0 for 2. A foul.
If I can like induce ground balls, it works out in my favor because it's like
Takes a sign.
nice quick
Foul.
out.
He sets. That one rolls foul. Long high fly to left field. He makes the
All right.
play. The side retired in order. After the top of the 6th inning, the Braves 4, Los Angeles Dodgers 1.
Javi
Up
Lopez.
first, he's 0 for 1 in today's game. Javi Lopez. Here's the pitch. Line drive.
Yeah.
He makes
Nope.
the out. The
Like
base
maybe
is
he'll drop?
clear.
Nah. Nah.
Now batting,
Not gonna do that.
Mark Lemke. Count 0-1. An infield hit.
No.
He's got it. Throw to first. He's out. Up next, Greg Maddox.
Just like bunt into an out, dude. You're not gonna do
Lineup,
anything.
it's on its way. That one rolls foul. Bunted it. Throw to first. He makes the play.
He almost
After
made it.
6th inning, the Braves lead. Up first, Raul Mondesi. He's 0 for 2. It's a rocket shot. Throw to first base.
Yeah.
Safe
I thought the second baseman could have gotten there,
Runner at first base.
and then I thought I could
Now
get the.
batting,
If he didn't dive
Mike
for it,
Flowers.
I think I probably could have gotten it to first in time.
He's ready. High fly, center field. Oh, he's out. Runner at first base. Up next, he's 1 for 2. Chad Curtis. He's ready. Count 0-1. The pitcher fires. Hits a grounder to first. He slides.
What?
Safe at second. Not in time.
How was he
Base
safe?
hit. Runner on first and second. Now batting, Greg Gagne. Here's the pitch. Long high fly to right field. Routine play. He's safe.
Oh, I probably could have gotten the guy
Runner
at
on
second
first
out.
and second. Now batting,
Oh well.
Ismael Valdez. The pitcher fires. He hits it. He's nailed for an out. 7th inning stretch. Atlanta Braves 4. The Dodgers 1. Up first is Marquise Grissom.
Oh yeah, no, the music of a ball game, you know, gets carried through in movies and stuff like that. So the atmosphere is probably something that might, you know, that would feel familiar.
Into the windup, it's on its way. He pops that one. He makes the play. Now batting, Jeff Blauser. Into the windup, here's the pitch. An infield hit.
I don't know why I swung at that. That wasn't great. That was inside. I knew that too.
Now batting, Chipper
I know why I
Jones.
swung. I'm just trying to get to the end of the game. Until we are no
Into
longer in the
windup.
lead.
Here it comes. He smacked it.
Damn.
Off the wall. He
Just
nailed that
barely
one
missed
for
a home run.
Runner in scoring position. Next up, Fred McGriff. He's 2 for 3. Here's the pitch. Count 1-0. Bullet shot to center field.
Ooh.
He
Yeah.
makes the play.
Hit it right to someone.
Atlanta Braves 4. The Dodgers 1. Up first, Delino DeShields. This guy is 0 for 3 in today's game.
That's a pretty bad game.
He sets. Count 0-1. He sets. 1 ball,
Oh,
1
I was
strike.
hoping he'd swing at that one.
He's ready. Down the third baseline.
I mean, I've benefited from that same kind of shit, but
Base hit. Runner on first base.
I feel like he should have gotten that.
Now hitting. Brett Butler. He's 1 for 3. Here's the pitch. 0-1. Count 1-1. He sets. He's hit it. The throw to second. He makes the play. He's safe.
Feels like that was a double play, but okay.
Now batting. Mike Piazza. He's ready. Count 0-1. Here's the pitch. It's a hit. He throws to third. Base hit. Runner on first and second. The next batter, Eric Karras.
So they could tie it up with a home run.
A solid shot. He's nailed for an out.
Probably should have gone to second there.
Runners on second and third. Next up, he's 1 for 3. Raul Mondesi. He sets. Fastball. Count 0-1.
I am winning, yes.
Here it comes. Split-fingered fastball. 0-2.
I am the big A.
1-2. The pitcher fires. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Line drive. Throw to first. He's nailed for an out. After 8.5 innings, the Braves lead.
All right, let's see if we can get any insurance runs.
This guy is 0 for 3 in today's game. David Justice.
Yeah, Justice is having a bad game. He rocked the Cubs. He can't do shit against the Dodgers.
Into the windup. It's on its way. There it goes. A deep drive to the outfield.
What did I say?
It's off the wall.
What did I say? Oh. No, I definitely didn't say he couldn't do
Goes
shit.
to third. Safe
I
at
said David
third.
Justice is awesome.
There's a triple. Runner in scoring position. Now batting, Ryan Klesko. Pitcher gets a sign. Down the line it goes. Runner scores.
I'll trade
Makes the
an out for a run every day.
Clear. Now batting, Javi Lopez.
You get 27 of those. Yeah, I can use them wisely.
0-1. The pitcher sets. Here's the pitch. Foul ball. Here's the pitch. There's a hard shot to left field. He's nailed for an out.
Also noticed they didn't change out their pitcher.
Next up.
Probably because we're not just like cranking every ball into the outfield.
Manny knock the seams off the ball.
Case in point.
Base hit. Runner on first base.
Oh, Maddox.
The next batter.
I should
Greg
pinch hit
Maddox.
for him, but I want him to finish the game out.
He sets. Bunted it. Throw to first.
Oh,
He
he
makes
almost
the
got
out.
there.
After 8 full innings, the Braves lead.
Oddly enough, these guys are going to be tough to get out. I feel like, okay, 1 of
Mike
3.
Flowers.
Flowers
He's
feels like he
1 for
keeps
3.
getting contact.
Here it comes. Count 0-1. He's ready. There goes a deep drive to right field. Off the wall.
Oh, man.
Base hit.
I
Runner
really
on
wanted
first
him to
base.
run to second.
Next up, he's 2 for 3. Chad Curtis. A slider. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Long high fly to left field. He makes the play.
A lot of errors here near the end. I don't like this.
Now batting. Greg Gagne. He sets. He hits it. He makes the play. He's safe. Runner at first base.
Oh, it's
Now
Mil
batting
Valdez. Cool. Their
is
pitcher's the
Mel
last one up.
Valdez.
And they're not changing him out.
He pops that one. He's nailed for an out. The Braves win.
Yes, we do. Oh, I never changed the title. Still says Road and Track Present. I'll fix that after the stream. It'll be fine for the next one. Who actually looks at the ticker? Really? Actually, you know what? I'll just do that now. All right. Cool. Well, that's going to do it for me tonight. It is almost 4 a.m. and I should probably go to bed. We got Need for Speed knocked out of the way. We got started on Pennant race. We got a good start to it. I feel good about where we are with it. So yeah, look, who is okay, Sharpie's on. Let's go say hey to Sharpie. Rate him up. He's working on his N64 challenge. He's trying to beat all the RA sets. Non-hacks, non-Mario hacks. So all the RA sets within 1 year, 1 calendar year. So let's go cheer him on. I should be back tomorrow. I have to do some stuff in the afternoon, so probably a little later, maybe early evening. Probably Shuffler tomorrow. Maybe we pick this back up, but I'm thinking Shuffler.
Welcome fans to Olympic Stadium.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be trying to. He's on the chair, but yes, Mamba. I'm gonna try and stream as much as I can be in the next couple weeks. So I hope to see you. I hope our schedules align, Super Retro. But until then, I hope you guys have a great night. Have a good rest of your day. Have fun with Sharpie. I will catch you tomorrow. I'll see you. I need to go to bed.
Here's the windup.
Good night, guys.
Here's the slider.